There's also a surprising amount of penises in this book. Just some more trivia for you. So I don't know if you know this, but it turns out there's a Handmaid's Tale graphic novel. I have, at the time of filming this, just been made aware of that. It's not out yet in this time zone. When the video comes out, when you are watching this, it will be, so go and check it out. But it got me thinking about other really cool graphic novels, so I had a little rummage around the Penguin shelves and found some that I wanted to recommend. So the first book I'm going to recommend is an absolute classic. It's Marjane Satrapi's Persepolis. So this is a graphic autobiography. It basically depicts her childhood and teen years in revolutionary Iran. If you're looking at this title and the artwork on the cover and thinking, this looks a little bit familiar, it might be because it was made into a film, with the director being the author herself. It was even nominated for Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards. So this book looks at the effects of war and religious extremism on her country, and then also the kind of protests that form against it. The artwork in this book is in this kind of like two-tone black and white style, which on the surface might seem quite simplistic, but it means that you get some incredibly like graphic pages, which really put across visually a lot of the tensions that are in the book. If you're new to the graphic novel genre, then this is a brilliant place to start. So for my second recommendation, I am going to go with the Encyclopedia of Early Earth. Contrary to its very name, this is not an encyclopedia. Do not try and use this as an encyclopedia. This is very much a work of fiction. It's a storyteller weaving tales of myths and monsters and kings and science and very inaccurate geography. Again, do not use this as an encyclopedia. I am absolutely in love with the art style in this book. It's very similar to like woodcut printing, which I think really links well to this kind of mythic, legendary idea behind the story that it's telling. If you were looking for something that just really like basks in and celebrates the amazingness of storytelling itself and is beautiful to boot, here we go. For my third recommendation, we're going with a book that delves back into more serious issues again, and it's Heimat. This book from Nora Krug is another autobiographical graphic novel. She's a second-generation German who grew up after the Second World War. So it explores her relationship with her country's recent past and the kind of emotions that she feels about that, and then also an investigation into her family's own life under Nazi rule. And the book explores these kind of big sweeping themes of things like national identity, but also in a really personal way, the idea of like the legacy of tragedy and like what home means. In the book, there are pages like this that are very much like how you would typically expect a kind of graphic novel to look in terms of these, you know, we've got boxes, we've got characters, we've got speech happening. But because this is something that's based on true events, she's also weaved in like actual photographs and kind of messing together in a thing that looks a little bit more zine-y maybe, which is a really interesting addition to this genre of literature. So if you're looking for something in the graphic novel sector that's a little bit more experimental with its artistic style, then this might be the book for you. Obviously, my fourth / pre-first recommendation is the Handmaid's Tale graphic novel. I think that it will be really interesting to compare the novel itself, if you're a fan of the TV show as well, to look and see how those compare, especially comparing visual styles, for example with the graphic novel. But I decided to end this video with, I guess, an honourable mention. I'm cheating a little bit. It isn't a graphic novel, but it's not entirely just a set of separate comics either. It is soppy. So this follows the same two characters kind of across and exploring different elements of a relationship. It is just so delightful, so adorable, so mundane in a lot of ways, just looking at everyday life, but is absolutely charming. Once again, this is just such a lovely art style. All of these books just have the art style is just so specific and so well matched to what the book is about. And whereas the other ones are much more story driven, this one is just these little beautiful vignettes of a very sweet, very everyday relationship. If you want something that's just a little tiny book of like a cozy, sweet, awkward, weird love story, try out Soppy. So those were just some recommendations of different kinds of graphic novels and illustrated books. If you have any recommendations, then please put them in the comments below so we can all check them out. And if you like this video, remember to subscribe so we can deliver more bookish videos into your subbox.